Hey guys, Chris with Batman Statue Collector. Going to try to do something a little bit differently here. I'm going to talk a little bit about a brand new offering from Hot Toys today. This is the Joker bank robber version, of course, and this is a cool piece, but is it overkill? And that's exactly what I want to talk about today. And so welcome to the show. Hope everybody's having a great day. And let's talk a little bit about some figures today, because I'm going to share my screen and we're going to talk a little bit about it. So, whoops. Nope, I'm going to turn off my camera, apparently. Let me try a different button here. Let me share this tab with you guys. So back in the old days, we used to have the bank robber Joker, and this was one of the ones that I first started out with back in, I think, 09 maybe. Whenever I was a Hot Toys collector, I had Jack Sparrow, I had some Iron Man, I had some Star Wars, and I had, of course, the Dark Knight pieces that came out. And they did one in, I think, 09, and then they did one in, I believe, 2014 here. And so if we, look at some of these things, obviously, I think that the sculpt was really good back then. And actually, I think the what was it? The 08, 09 version for me was the best one, really likeness-wise, I think, still to this day. I still think that they did a really nice job. And I think that all of them have been okay. But obviously, if you compare like the Hot Toys release to like some of the new ones from like J&D and in art, I feel like those sculpts are obviously better. But again, these were, over a decade old, if not more, nearly 20 years now for some of these things, getting close. Gosh, man, time really flies. But anyway, I thought it was really interesting to look at these because we've already had two releases already. Do we need a third? And so I thought that was really, a good question. Is it overkill? Is it a money grab? And for a lot of people, probably yes. If you already, have this version of the Joker, are you going to upgrade? And probably most people would say no, but you just never know. So anyway, what I want to show you is I want to show you another tab here because they do have all of the photos and, in two different versions in terms of, what they're going to be offering with their Artisan. So again, let me kind of show you what we have here. And so this is the new bank robber Joker. And for me personally, I think this looks pretty decent. But at the same time, I don't think it's as good of a head sculpt as the original one in 08, 09, somewhere in there, which I find interesting. I don't know. Does it look like Heath Ledger Joker? Yes. Obviously, this is going to be the sculpted hair, which I do think looks pretty decent. Obviously, with the bank robber Joker, he only had his mask off for, just a second. And so really, I think most people that want this particular version, they're going to want with the mask on, but I could be wrong. Now, obviously, again, you have that kind of more simplistic suit. Tailoring on this looks decent to me. I've never felt like the bank robber version has been great. I feel like they really shine on the purple coat version that the other companies have done, including Hot Toys. The base on this, I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be because it's supposed to be a bank. And I don't remember there being like tore up floorboards and broken glass everywhere. So I don't know exactly what they're trying to do with the base. Now, this particular base, though, I get because this is actually from the scene where the desk is flipped over. And I think that this is really good. Now, this particular look is great for me, but it's this. This is the way, if I was going to buy this, I would absolutely display this like this because obviously, if you have a Joker figure in your collection, you're going to have him standing, you're going to have him with the grenade, you're going to have him hit me, you're going to have all of those poses. But I find this one really unique because this is where he slid onto the desk, and the guy's like, he's out, right? And he's like, he nods his head. Like this moment is more iconic for me. And I just went to this particular spot where they filmed this. So whenever I was in Chicago just about a month or so ago, I, actually got to stand right in this exact spot. And so like a scene like this for me is even more important. And I know J&D is going to be doing a figure of this and a statue of this. If they did this particular pose in the statue form, I would buy instantly. I probably will anyway, but I really love this. Because again, to me, that's a perfect pose for the bank robbery scene. Maybe even have the school bus in the background. That'd be pretty cool. So I don't know exactly how many people are going to want this. And again, I don't really understand the broken glass thing. And maybe somebody else could explain it to me, because I don't, I mean, that, whatever. It just, that doesn't translate very well. And maybe it's supposed to be like where the bus breaks through, but none of that was wood. So I don't know exactly what they're going for. Maybe just kind of a neat broken aesthetic, with the crumbling asphalt, or I don't know, but it's just a little bit odd to me. I do think that the actual head sculpt looks okay. Again, I just think it could be so much better. We've seen it better from other companies, and I think that the hair looks decent, like I said. But his makeup in that scene was very bland. It was almost like it was sweated off, and so I don't know if this paint is correct. I think that they went more with like the or the after he's arrested and he's in jail with the smear. So I just feel like there's just some inaccuracies here. I don't think it's necessarily perfect for me. I do like the accessories. I think the accessories look good. Again, look at the tailoring on this. Look at the giant stitches. And that's not the way it was. So I feel like they just kind of went kind of cheap on this one. Again, I feel like it might be just a little bit of a cash grab. Again, I think the portrait looks decent. Obviously, you can tell it's Heath Ledger, but I just think that, again, I think that Hot Toys has done better, and I think other companies for sure have done better than this particular version. But I did want to show you all of this because, obviously, it's just cool to see, right? I like the mask. I think the mask looks pretty accurate, especially from the side profile. Looks pretty good. Separate rolling eyeballs, which again is, pretty much standard these days with they used to call it the purrs. I don't know if they still do that. Again, I'm not a Hot Toys collector, so I don't have any, skin in the game here. But I think it looks cool. This is again the regular version here, so you're going to get the mask and the portrait. The bus background I think is really cool, but again, cardboard. I think that they could have done something. I think it would have been neat if they actually did the bus as like an actual physical bus as part of this. I think that would have been neat. You do have the purple string with a detonator, and I do like that. I don't know if that's been done before or not, where he puts the grenade in the bank manager's mouth. Again, I love that scene, and again, being part of it for me was really cool to be able to actually be in that space in the old post office in Chicago. So yeah, I think that's cool. You have a special edition with a metal collectible card with display base. So I don't, it's neat, but I just don't know if anybody, I don't know. I just don't know. So anyway, that's that version. And then you do have the artisan version, which is obviously going to be more expensive. So this has that wool hair. So it does, to me, that does look a little bit better because, it just adds another level of realism. But again, look at the giant stitches on that coat. Ugh, that just looks awful to me. I think that they just could have done so much better. And again, I feel like they have done better. So basically, you're going to get the exact same thing, but you're going to get it with the realistic hair. And so if you're going to display it with the mask, to me, you absolutely don't need the artisan hair version but if you're going to display it like this, yeah, I think maybe I just don't know. I think I would still probably go with the regular version. I mean, that does look good, but I don't know. Again, I would display it with the mask anyway. So I don't know. I'm curious as to what you guys think. I definitely want to turn it over to you. Is it going to be worth the added cost? I don't think so. For me, I don't think it'd be worth it. Again, I think that looks okay. Probably. I mean, again, it does look more realistic, and they do a nice job with the hair. Again, it's all the wool hair, but again, for the artisan, that's basically all you're paying for. That's the only thing extra you get is just that little bit of wool hair. Everything else seems to be about the same. I think you get the exact same accessories, right? Yeah, there's not much difference. So I don't know. I do really like, and see, they're not even showing. Yeah, I guess they are showing the desk. I don't know. Is the inside of the glass the desk? I don't know. They showed the desk in the other one. Do you not even get the? Yeah, I guess you do. Okay. I don't know if that's the same thing with just flipped. No, it doesn't look like it. See. They don't even show the table in the last image there. So hopefully you still get the table. Yeah, I guess it shows the table with the bag. So yeah, you should get the table. So anyway, I think it looks good, but I just don't know if it's needed, unless you're a collector just now in the game. But I think if you already have the Joker, I don't know if you're going to necessarily need it. I do like him cowered back behind the desk. I think that looked really good. And that's exactly what I would want from like my J&D when J&D finally does the J&D statue. So anyway, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. I've rambled on for 11 minutes, so I'm sorry it's been so long. But I thank you very much for watching today. Let me know if you kind of like this format instead of doing just like the gallery stroll that we do sometimes. So I would love to hear your thoughts. And thanks for watching today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Make sure you comment, like, and all that good stuff. And if you want to take it one step further, please consider joining the Brotherhood of the Bat. You get early access to videos and other things like that, other perks that are new. And so check that out in the join button down below. And thanks again for your time. I will have links down below if it's available for purchase. And again, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector, and I just want to take a second to thank each and every single one of our incredible members here on the Batman Statue Collector channel that support the channel month after month after month. You guys are absolutely incredible. Some of you have been around since the very beginning, and I cannot thank you enough for your continued support and belief in this channel. And if you would like to become a member, all you have to do is hit the join button down below. And you might be saying, hey Chris, what do I get if I join? Well, that's a great question. If you sign up for the different tiers, starting with the lowest tier and on up, you're going to get early access to my videos. So if you want to see what I have to say, stuff in the Batcave, reviews and other things, you get to see it first before the general public does. And also, depending on what tier you sign up for, you can also now be a part of some live streams. So if you would like to interact with the BSC and have some live streams that will be on the channel, maybe you do that every month or so, maybe every other month, depending on your schedule. I would like to interact more with my members, and so that is going to be a lot of fun. And if you sign up for our highest tier, which is the Bat Crazy tier, you're going to get a Bat Box. So if you're a member for 3 months or more, you're going to get one Bat Box. It's a one-time deal, but there's all sorts of things that I'm going to include in your Bat Box. Stickers, lanyards, there might be slab stands in there, there might be comic books. Anything that I have in my collection that I think is really cool, I'm going to put in that Bat Box. And so every Bat Box is unique. Every single Bat Box is different. And so again, if you're a part of that crazy tier, you're going to get a Bat Box if you're a member for 3 months. And I'm also going to start doing monthly giveaways for things like stickers and lanyards. So if you want some BSC merch, you can definitely, if you're a member, again, I'm going to give those away. So all I need is your address to send it your way. But I'm going to start doing that monthly here on the channel to give back to you guys for being such an amazing group of people that support this channel. I cannot thank you guys enough. And again, if you're interested, all you have to do is hit the join button down below. And even if you're not a member, I just want to take a second to thank each and every one of you for just simply watching, for liking, commenting, and all that good stuff. So anyway, thanks again. Hit that join button. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.